this week when we got back from Christmas, I really challenged them, and I know that Day and Hannah will attest to it, about playing with heart and intensity for 40 minutes. How bad do you want to win? You have to want to win more than the other team all the time. You can't take a possession off. You can't waste possessions in practice. You can't just go hard 60 or 70% of the time when you're working to get better, because other teams are working to get better 80 and 90 and 100% of the times. So we worked so hard for the last two and a half days. We had double session practices. We really focused on our areas of weakness, and it made such a huge difference today because they were relentless for 40 minutes. And Maine was a really challenging team. They were tough to defend. They are really methodical and really strategic, and I think that our team just responded so well. They responded so positively regardless of what was happening, and just really proud of them. They did great.
You've got 4 players in double digits. Kind of how important is it to get a bunch of people different involved in the offense?
Well, we talked about that in the locker room too. Today it was really important because, Erica didn't play the second half. And so it was really important that everybody stepped up and understood that we're not going to win without all of us. And 4 players in double digits is awesome, but then we had 2 with 8. And, Joe Lopez stepped up huge for us, came in, got big boards and putbacks. And so it takes everybody. And on any given day, you can make a huge difference on this team based on what you bring to the table and how people can't defend you. So I think it's going to be really good for us moving forward to show that we can do it regardless of who's in.
You guys also, you forced 21 turnovers, scored 29 points off turnovers. What in the defense and what specifically kind of the press, what worked?
Well, why don't you talk about that, Day, because you were a big part of that.
The press, we just like to switch it up a bit, so they really didn't know what was coming to them, so they couldn't get comfortable in their flow of the offense. So we really like to get up in their shorts in the press and just try to pressure them, make them turn the ball over, and just try to get deflections and steals. And so we were able to read a lot off of their passes and try to convert over on those turnovers.
Okay, we'll stay with you, I guess. You got career high 7 assists. Kind of what we've seen out there, trying to get everyone involved, obviously. Kind of in their defense, play a lot of man-to-man. Anything in particular you saw or you felt pretty good about on the court? And kind of who would you feel comfortable giving the ball to and in what scenarios?
They just really getting hot during the game. So as our offense, we like to drive and then kick a lot or just take the shot. So just knowing that everybody was going to be there during the drives, always coming to the drag, somebody's going to be there for you. So.
And Hannah, you had career high 11 points. Kind of before the game, were you thinking you were going to be more aggressive or just try to get in the flow of the game, the shots just came?
I think in the flow, I always try and be aggressive in the beginning of the game, but I think in the flow of the game, you just get into it. You hit one shot, so you just keep going, you work harder, you hit the next one, and I got my teammates feeding me. We all just worked really well together, great passes, great offense, so it worked pretty well.
Finally, Coach, you finally get a win as we head to the new year. You guys were struggling a little bit. Now conference play starts. How important was it to get the confidence going before conference play?
Oh, it's such a blessing. I got to tell you, 2-8 is hard. It's hard on you mentally because I told them in the locker room, there are 30% of teams in the country are going through what we're going through right now. They have 3 wins or less right now. 30% of the country. It's a crazy statistic. And so everybody's doing the same thing all the time. Everybody shows up to practice and works hard. Everybody thinks that they get better every day. Everybody really wants to win better, more than the other team does. And so it was huge for us to propel us into conference. I challenged them to kind of change their fate. It's in your hands. And what you bring to the table every day in practice and in games is going to be the outcome. For the most part, there's things that happen. But I was really happy with the way that they decided, that's it, no more. We're not losing anymore. We're playing teams that are comparable to our conference. We're really going to push forward. We're going to break through that wall, and boom, now we have St. Francis and Robert Morris coming up, and I think that it's a great opportunity for us to build on momentum with this win.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.